family. So unfortunately, we didn't get to do a Sunday Funday video. Just the usual funny post that we do for Sunday. I've got one key light working for me at the moment. It's just my normal O-ring, and I've just got it set up so it's not directly on my face, but it's generating so much heat. There's a lot of changes that got coming out for our setup if we are going to drop videos. I've got a new stand coming in for our sound blanket. I've got some key lights coming in. I've got a new microphone, so you won't have to put up with this fuzzy audio anymore. And I'm still using the D50-100, but I've got some new lenses coming in, so that'll be great. Speaking of lights, so that's just come in. So yay, comes with a front diffuser. It's going to be another wait until the batteries come in. So what I was doing today was I was pretty much watching a YouTube video with John Mayer. Well, I had John Mayer.
It's Mr. John Mayer! He is the Sheryl Crow of our generation.
Either way, John Mayer was talking about watches. And I figured, we don't really have many of those forums, especially for us younger guys that talk about watches that are actually in somewhat of an achievable price range for us to aspire to or to get one day. Or you get a new job, you always want to get a new watch. So maybe this video will at least inspire you to look at some new watches that are out there, because there are some good things. I'll just put like a little intro logo for you guys here. So the first watch that I was going to look at was the RM1103 McLaren, and now I'm joking. This orange one here, that's what OBJ used during a game. $350,000 watch, and you played NFL with it. Boom, Boss Hunting, first page that comes up. Anyways, that was just a bit of fun. So the genuine first watch that I actually wanted to show you is the 5 watches on the list. Just some things for us to look at, have a look at what's out there. There's actually this IWC Schaffhausen. Watch how I get in trouble for pronouncing that wrong. I'm going with Schaffhausen. Looks about right. So,
what? Bro, what are you talking about?
So IWC is known for their pilot watches and just their simplistic faces. I mean, tell me that's not a nice watch. I mean, that's a nice watch. We can't deny it. It's a great watch. Tell me that doesn't exude professional. It's expensive though, but it's a great watch. So IWC, definitely look out for them. Next watch I wanted to show you guys is the, okay, so that's not the right watch. About our light setup. So with this one here, it's pretty much similar to your pocket lights. So you can mount it on a tripod, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for our setup once I get everything going. First you just control on your iPhone, you just download the app, and you're going to get all your RGB. And if you haven't noticed by my post, everything is going to be RGB. So we're going to have this guy as our backlight, having a bit of blue going on. It's going to look nice. So going on to the Panerai, as I said, these are big watches. These are your 44, 45 millimeter, comparable to your Breitlings, Invicta, like the Invicta Gladiator, just that big wrist presence. But they're great watches, especially with this crown guard here. Once you see that crown guard, you know that they have a Panerai. And it's got the power reserve, which is perfect. They're automatic watches. Personally, yeah, the leather band looks good. But even if I'm paying this amount here, I still prefer the rubber band, RM uses rubber. I'm sure it's not just rubber, and it's got some kind of extra material. But that's my go-to. So this watch that we're moving on to is the JLC. Why I call it the JLC, you ask? Because I've had 5 different enunciations of this watch.
This is a Jaeger. This I want.
Is the Jaeger LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin Small Seconds.
The Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso.
Super knuckle, belt buckle, banana truffle.
So this one's the ladies' watch. Didn't want to exclude our better half of society out there. The men's watch is pretty much the same. I mean, it's just your dimensions and things that are going to change. But this is a great watch, especially, well, so the story behind the Reverso is that British officers that would play polo, uh, horseback with a stick. It's a pretty baseline way to put polo. So yeah, there'd be horseback on a stick, and you'd get all these stones that would be flying up, hitting your watch. It's just like stepping on the shoes in the middle of the valley or in the middle of the Met for all you people who like to go out.
You just scuffed up my brand new $500 $500.
It could just ruin your night. You would never want to get your watch scratched. So they created a method where they could pretty much reverse the face, so it's protected. Very simplistic, much smaller wrist presence than a Panerai. Going to slide under your suit sleeve, much easier, and it's simple. And that's the main thing. It is not ostentatious. It's not trying to stand out. It speaks for itself. This and the IWC I would categorize together. I think they'd make a good addition to your jewelry collection. Luckily, I've got these AirPods in because I can hear my laptop struggling. I'm going to open it up one day, clean out the fans, get the compressed air, get the IPA in there. I'll do a video for you guys just to see what the inside of a Mac looks like. It's not that exciting, but saves you from having to open it. At least you get to see what's inside a Mac. Special shout out for the Rolex Hulk, you know, that money green face. Great watch. And plus, you're going to be waiting in line for long, I guess. I don't actually know the wait times because I never applied to get a Rolex Hulk. And if you want to wait even longer, this one here, one of the most popular watches, and with the longest wait time, you're going to be waiting for the Rolex Batman. Right there is the head of the compliment and complaints department snoring away, and he's sleeping on the job. Put a picture of him up here. So yeah, this one here, you're going to be waiting quite some time. I'm gonna put like real triumphant music if this part stays within the final cut and doesn't get edited of me typing away, because this is worth the wait. This is a great watch. That right there. Tell me that is not one of the best looking watches you've ever seen. Let me show you a specific one. You know what? Let's go with the blue face. Blue face, baby. Now, this isn't the one with the chronograph, so it wouldn't have your pushes on the top and bottom, the specific watch here. You can get the version that does have a chronograph. That blue face, baby. Tell me that's not a watch you'd wear every day. That's a watch. That's the watch. Funny story behind, I got two stories behind this watch, actually. For my 20th birthday, had my whole family around. It was great. My wife surprised me with a cake. The whole cake was a Hublot Classic Fusion. If I have a picture of it, I'll pop it up here. It was a great birthday. As you can see, very loved. Whole cake, Classic Fusion. No one was allowed to touch the bezel.
Don't touch it! All right.
So pretty much the main center of the watch, no one was allowed to eat. I was like, you can eat the band, that's fine. We can change that. The second one is she went in to actually get a reference for the watch itself. So we went to Hourglass in the city, and great people, sat down and had a look at some of the nice watches. You know, obviously I was overwhelmed. I was like a little kid, you know, when they first entered Charlie's Chocolate Factory before it started getting creepy. It was pretty much like that, you know. I was that happy. Look at the King Gold Classic Fusion. Now that was the one with the chronograph and the top of the range. She takes it out and we grab it to have a look and feel the weight. And boy, was that watch heavy. It was exactly like that scene where Kevin Hart picks up the gun in Ride Along and bang, straight back on the table. Ever since then, I was like, no, you're going to handle the watches.
Here you go.
Oh, bang, bang. Shit.
Did you feel that? No, ain't no problem. It's just
This is definitely going to be your more expensive out of the ones we looked at before. I think this one also deserves a good soundtrack to go to. Because this one here is the final watch. I said 5 watches, so let's go with 5 watches. Boom. That's your watch right there. I believe every person needs to have this specific watch in their watch collection. Because this watch is the type of watch someone shows you and you look at it and you just know there's a story behind this watch. Out of all of our expensive price points, 20,000, 30,000, even 8,000, you can never overlook the watch that started it all. And that's this one right here. Stay tuned for our better lighting, better sound, and actual set design this time. Not just a sound blanket plastered behind me. It's going to look good. And I'll hopefully do a little bit more of these watch videos. That way we can just motivate people a bit more, especially during COVID times. We need a bit of motivation to keep us going day to day. Come on. And signing off with our complaints and compliments officer. Peace out.